What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh! 7 summary preview analysis. Today, guys, we are going to be going over the episode 48 summary cast list and preview. Now, before we get into this video, I do want to quickly apologize for the lack of content for for the last couple of weeks. I will say though, like the whole month of July for content has just been really lacking, and I do want to start off this video by apologizing for that. It's just this month, for just some reason, was just not the month for content. I just had a lot of stuff that ended up going around in my life. I ended up going to Texas last week, so I couldn't actually really do any content, and then I was having some computer difficulties for some reason. I was lucky enough to be able to get the 57 summary and cast list out for you guys, so I hope you guys did enjoy that video. But I will say this, although there's a lack of content for the month of July, I am going to try to get August to be a little bit more consistent when it comes to content. It's just this month was just not the month for content, so I do apologize for that, but do expect some content going forward on this channel. And I'll get back into doing the reviews. I'm going to be doing a video for Digital Next. I never done a video on it yet, so, and that kind of had the whole problem too because I was still having computer problems as well, so I'll try to get that since I've gotten my system fixed. Hopefully, we're going to have to wait and see, but you'll expect a Digital Next video sometime this weekend, either maybe later today or tomorrow, depends on what ends up happening, and expect some other reviews as well, not just for Sevens going forward, but also for the Zexal review, since Zexal is another show that I'm going to be doing as well, and a new series is going to start on this channel as well for a review series. Not going to say what it is, however, in this video, if you can guess what it is, I will give you a shout out in that first review. That is what I'm going to bring to the table for this. And I will give one hint. It is a review series, but not for the anime. So, if you guys can guess what series I am going to be reviewing, if you're able to guess it correctly, I will give you guys a shout out when I do that first review. So that, I just wanted to put that out there. I think that's all I needed to cover real quick. So without further ado, let's not waste any more time and let's get right into it. So here we go, the episode 58 summary. The title of it is called Intertwining Fates. Pretty interesting title there. It is evening at Yugioh Sevens. Hearing Luke scream, Yuga and the others rush to the hallway, only to find it filled with puppets. The one who is controlling these puppets is Yugioh, the fourth brother of the Yugioh siblings. Despite being at a disadvantage during his duel with Yuga, so we know that Yugioh is going to be facing Yuga in this episode, which we'll get into that a little bit later, he sports an enigmatic smile on his face. That doesn't sound concerning at all. Oh dear. Let's go into the cast list, shall we? So here is the cast list. We got Yuga, Luke, Gakuto, Roman, Kaizo, Swirly, Yuo, Euro, Yuka, Doll, Advisor M, which is Mimi in that pink outfit. We haven't seen that in a while, so that's pretty interesting that that concept is back. Nail, which I'm not surprised because of the whole setups he's been when it comes to these duels. And then students, and that is it for the cast list. And then you have extras as well. But that's going to be it for the summary and cast list portion of this video. Very interesting summary and cast list. We finally get to see you in the spotlight, which is fantastic. I've been so waiting to see this character in action. He has been one of the most interesting characters of the Yugioh siblings, other than Euron. I think Euron's whole concept is really cool as well. We'll say this, I didn't do a review on it, but I will say this. I loved Euron. I want to see more of this kid. I am just saying that right now, but send Euron to the side because he's not going to be speaking in this episode. At least I think he will appear in the episode. It wouldn't make it really much sense if he didn't. We get to see Yuo in action right now, and we kind of learn a little bit about him kind of from this summary, and that is, I guess he involves himself with puppets. Okay, like, that's very interesting, and we kind of even see in the preview where Luke is walking through the hallway, and he sees Yuga walking, he goes up to him, like grabs him on the shoulder, and you just see Yuga kind of dangling a little bit, and then that's when we get to the Luke scream, and that's probably where the kind of the summary is trying to tell us as well, and that's why Luke is screaming, because of the fact that he saw Yuga dangling like that, even though it's just a puppet. So that whole concept right there is pretty interesting, and that's going to be is very interesting also because of the fact of his deck is going to be a more puppet thing. I feel like that would make sense, especially since all the characters have a theme to what they personally like in the last episode with Euron, he's more of a martial artist. He loves to do kendo. It looks like he was able to beat up all the kids with just one kendo stick, and he had a deck that was based off of like old like swords and shields and stuff like that, just like weapons in general that you can use. So yeah, that, and then you have Yuka with her baseball deck, then you have Euron with like all his like wind monsters and all that stuff, and then you have Eugene with like sea monsters. So it wouldn't make sense if his deck didn't have a puppet themed deck. Though it's weird about that though is for his ace monster. His ace monster is more than likely going to be Goddess of Reversal. It is the only ace monster from the opening that we have not seen so far in the show yet, so I would be very surprised if in this show we do not see Goddess of Reversal used by Yugioh. It just wouldn't make sense. However, I don't think that is going to be his main ace. I think his main ace is going to be the card they've been hyping up since episode 54. That card in the pod looking thing that you see him in with that the drone president, the drone looking monster, or the character, that was with Mimi. So I feel like that is going to be his true ace. Maybe he uses Goddess Reversal first in the duel. Yuga is going to be able to get over it, and as soon as it makes it look like that, oh yeah, Yugioh is definitely going to lose this duel, he's going to get that big old smirk on his face, and he's going to use that card to beat Yuga, which I think a lot of people probably expected. This is what we have seen so far in the show already. We saw that when Yuga got blindsided by Nail's Maximum and Asana's Maximum, and now Yuga is going to be blindsided by this as well from Yugioh. Now, I will say, though, that I am a little disappointed that they are making Yuga doing this again, for two reasons. One, it's getting repetitive. This is the third time that this has happened in the show so far, and I feel like they need to do a different character, and that's the second reason. I feel like, this leads into the second reason, I just don't think this is as impactful. It has happened 3 times. If this is the third time that this happens, how impactful is it going to be? Because the thing is that we've already seen this concept before for Yuga. Why are you keep doing it over and over again? I feel like the best way to get this the most impactful is have Luke lose to this, or at least that is in my opinion. I want to let you guys know this is my opinion. Because when it comes to Luke, Luke is the strongest character in this universe. I am sorry. He has not lost one duel and has beaten our protagonist twice. Twice. No other character has beaten our protagonist twice. Nail faced Yuga twice, only beat him once. Asana faced Yuga twice, only beat him once. So I feel like with that in mind, if Yugioh blindsided Luke with this method, then I feel like that's the biggest impactfulness for the show, because everyone realized, oh shoot, Yugioh just beat Luke, probably the strongest member, or if not the strongest member of this group. Now they're really in trouble. And I feel like that would just make the most impact, and maybe you have Yuga face Yugioh still to be able to defeat him and still be able to save rush duels, because that's another concept with Yuga, is that he's more inclined to saving rush duels more than anything. So I felt like they could have made this a little bit more impactful by doing that, but who knows, maybe when I watch the episode, maybe I'll have a different opinion, because I still think it's going to be great. I think the blind side is still going to be really good, but I don't know, I just feel like you could have made this a more impactful moment if you had Luke being the one to duel Yugioh, and he had the advantage over Yugioh, and then Yugioh blindsides Luke and beats him in a duel. I think that would just be more impactful than just Yuga losing to this again. This is not something we have seen Yuga ever done before. This has happened 3 times now, so yeah, I don't know. That's just my opinion. I want to know all your guys' thoughts on this, but that's just something that I kind of wanted to bring up when it comes to this. I am very confident that he is going to use that card in this duel. I am very confident that Yuga is going to lose this duel because, again, I think it's going to be good for the Goa siblings to get this win and kind of get ahead. So, with that being said, that is going to be it for this summary preview analysis. But with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys thought of this summary and cast list. And let me know, who do you think is going to win this duel? Do you think Yuga's going to win? Do you think Yuo's going to win? Or do you think it will be a no result or a draw or something like that? Do you think that this new mechanic is going to be used in this duel? That card that we've been hinted at since episode 54. Do you think that's going to be used? And do you wish that Luke would have been the one to duel you in this episode, or do you think that I'm wrong and that Yuga should have been the one to duel in this episode? I would love to know all your guys' opinions on these topics down below. But guys, that is going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, guys, take care and have yourselves a great rest of your day.